lies. That's where the problem lies, because everyone in that room understood. They understood what was happening. You know what I mean? When that question came, everyone was a bit careful because they know they don't want that goal beyond boundaries. You know what I'm saying? It's like whereas
King
Ginga
Richie,
Jay,
isn't it? Like King Richie.
yeah, King Richie, he was aware. King Richie was aware.
He was
to the point you could read everyone's aura. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The way they were answering the question, it was like, you're not really serious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for
I'm
me,
saying, there's
people around him a bit.
yeah, that's my point of view. So when you go in, like for example,
I agree with that.
when you lot are going in right now, yeah, I'm listening to everything. I usually talk bare, but I'm listening to everything you're saying, just in case anything happens. And even Prynlee, for example, first thing I said was, be mindful, Prynlee is here. You know what I mean? You have to look after the people you invite. How can I go pick up Prynlee and then let Manda mash her up?
All right, but hear what I'm
You know
saying.
what I'm saying?
Yeah?
That's crazy, bro.
There's lots of tape on Bkchat, so he could have definitely seen what the show's about, and I'm pretty sure he knew what the show's about.
Yeah.
And the
Like, he even
the
said-
second most
He
important
said
thing
that.
is this:
He didn't
if
wanna
you're not
come.
happy with something, like if I say
You can
something that's
say
wilder
it,
than
yeah,
like, yo,
yeah.
lads, cut that out. He clearly was happy saying that's my opinion. Like just like when he doubled down on
No,
it
but we
later
don't know
on.
that.
He,
We don't
no,
know that. Do we
basically,
know that?
Ginga
Do
Jay
we know
said that basically before on Bkchat, they called him and he said that these are my triggers. This is what I don't want to talk about, which was him being in jail and anything related to Black.
Oh.
So Black is already your trigger. So that's what's like, that's
And
a
you
bit
can't-
sad.
So
Plus-
now who do
plus-
you blame?
and-
Now? Who do you blame
And
for
being
that?
in jail.
Man,
Did
it's
you
a
no?
black
Hold on.
show.
You just said
Wait.
being in jail. Yeah.
Yeah.
One brother was itching. I didn't even know that, but one brother was itching to ask him.
What
What
did
you?
you
Yeah, you
get
saw
in
it,
jail?
innit?
Yeah, what
What
did
you?
you do
Now
in
I'm
jail?
But where
understanding
did
why
that
he was
attitude?
itching.
But why didn't he
No, but
give that
this is-
project that back to the guy that asked him about jail? If that's
No,
really
no,
what
100,
your
100.
triggers?
I see. I see what you're on. But what I'm trying to do is, I'm from the neutral side. I get it, Prynlee.
Yeah.
It was bad, innit? But I want to see from step to step. So this was the first. He was quite calm.
This
He got
is
triggered
what
by
he
the
said.
question. He got triggered by the question. I want to
Definitely.
see how we got
Like
to
step by step.
Bruv,
the
he
madness.
got triggered by
you
the
know what I mean?
question, and then he went on an onslaught. The thing is this, yeah. No, there's nothing wrong, and this is the honest truth.
And the man didn't back it
Especially with the
properly,
mandem
though.
as
They
well
could've
that were in
stopped
there.
it.
There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with mandem having preferences.
Yeah,
You can
yeah,
have whatever
100%.
preference you have. But have you noticed how if I have there's one thing having a preference, and then there's another thing disrespecting other people
Yeah,
because
so
you
called
upgrade
it
Now,
hate
let me,
preference.
yeah, let me just say this, bruv. I like Snickers. But that doesn't mean man's gonna look down on Mars
Other,
and this, that, and the
yeah.
other. But I'm not gonna boy it off. We wear Nike. We might wear Adidas. But I'm not gonna be like, oh, because I wear Nike, Adidas is dead and trash and
I do that. I do that so
No,
Yeah.
I don't wear
What I'm saying
Adidas
is
out
like-
here,
I
bruv.
get
We
what
don't wear
you're
Adidas
saying,
out
There-
here.
there's like
We don't wear
there's
Adidas.
like a
No,
level.
we do.
Like if I was
No,
to
we
ask
do.
you-
We do wear Adidas. Stop it, man.
Yeah, yeah.
He does this all the time,
But
bro.
Ray-
We wear everything.
Right, hear what I'm
Nah,
saying.
You want a better. You want.
There's
Nike
like-
to- you
there's
want
like a
Nike
level
sponsor
to
us,
it.
brother.
Yeah,
there's
but
like
see,
a
that's
level
not
to
that.
clothes.
It's like if I asked you why do you like Snickers,
Yeah.
you're not gonna be like,
know.
oh, it's because I
But we aim
dislike
high.
Barbie
We aim
type
high,
shit.
bruv.
The problem that he made wasn't his preference. The problem that he made is he said something, right? And then he was explaining his preference, and then one of the girls said something. And then immediately, his first thing was, go to your hair. And now we all went to school in this country. We all know if you send for a black woman's hair, you're sending for
problem.
her
Yeah,
individuality.
yeah.
You are sending for her at the
Everyone.
highest levels because that's the number one. That's like the easy pick. It's like if a bread's flipping fat or something. You're
bold,
fat.
innit, or
Like
bold,
you're
innit?
picking
Yeah.
for someone's easy weakness, shall we say? As a side,
Yeah.
he knows that
Would
because
you-
he did it, which means he knows
No,
that.
but would you say that's down to what's the word I'm looking for? You said that obviously he's been in jail for 11 years, etc. He's come out. Certain man had to learn how to handle the internet. You know what I mean? You lot are informing me certain things, and now I'm remembering things. He's even whispering, "Yo, this is triggering me. Yo, I told you about this."
No, he knows. He even
And man,
told
them are
everyone,
carrying
yeah.
on.
And they're still
The
carrying
girl
on.
them are
Yeah,
carrying
then-
on.
then they
Not
set
saying
him
it's right.
They
It's
set him
100%
up.
Then they
wrong.
use man for
But
being-
it's wrong. Why
Let's
do you have
analyze
shows
this.
like
That's it.
this? Why
Man
do you
got
have shows
set
like
up,
this?
bro. You get me? Man got set
Yeah,
up.
100%. This is what I'm saying.
And
I'm
he's crashed out. He doesn't know how to handle it. He's crashing out.
Do you
even
know
more.
don't
why?
blame him
I-
for
Right, bro, do
crashing
you know
out
what the
though,
worst
bruv.
thing is, yeah? And
That's
I
the
say this.
mandem.
This is the truth, bruv. Whenever someone has a crash out moment like this, that, the other, bruv, it's going to be relevant for 3 days. And
Yeah.
someone else going to do some
Yeah,
stupidness.
yeah,
and then
yeah.
it's going to be under the
100%,
cover.
100%.
No one's
But
going to, no, I
preach,
don't think
Joseph.
man are going to cancel him. The problem is this, yeah? Is an apology is meant to be sorry. People should stop apologizing if they're not sorry.
Yeah,
Just
yeah, yeah.
say your piece and leave it at that. Don't come in here and say, I'm sorry for all that, and then say, but I double out.
But he
And-
doubled
Yeah,
out.
he
He
doubled
did,
down.
yeah.
He
You know
doubled
what
down
the
on
thing is?
everything I
That's
said.
like man
but
say,
it's
I
just the
stabbed my
delivery.
victim and I'm sorry about that, but you know, I was in a
But I still
situation,
stand by
stabbed him
it.
again.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I can't take the fact that you're saying that like it was a setup because that was in him. He always felt like
No,
that.
no, 100%.
Because
No,
now
no,
after when he's come out to
100%,
say whatever,
But he didn't want to go in this. But then he even told them, like, look, I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to talk about that.
that was before the show
the
started,
show
though, I
started,
remember
but
the
then
other
they
people on there. They
Alright.
probably won't know.
Pryn,
Some of them didn't even know him.
Pryn.
The girls he was arguing with, they didn't know him.
But let me just say this, yeah.
From beyond,
What-
let me drop. I've been trying to say
Go
Pryn
on.
for time.
Oh, my
On
bad.
Beyond Boundaries,
Yeah.
we do not. Bear Prince, bruv. We do not condone anything Ginger said. Yeah. However, we like to analyze people because we're mess ups ourselves, innit? So we like to analyze people and know where they went wrong. I've been hearing trauma and PTSD. We're gonna get into it. However, if you trigger me, I'm gonna try and trigger you. And then we just said he's not internet trained. You know what I mean? He's not
Yeah, but
media
this is,
trained.
you should know this.
No,
stuff.
of course you should know.
What
This.
I'm saying
Not
is
if you've been in prison for
Another
11
thing
years.
as well is this.
Using a spoon
This
to,
is just a
you know what I
basic
mean?
fact of life, yeah? If I come in this room, I told you man's coming on Beyond Boundaries, I'll jump on the podcast, this, that. If you man were talking about something like sexual stuff, like hoes and this, that, and the other, bruv, if
Sexual
that's one of
stuff
my
like hoes.
things, I'm just saying, if that's one of the things that I'm not comfortable, brother, the door's there, bruv. None of you man can force me to stay here. Man
left.
say, oh, I don't want to talk about
but
that.
they
I'm not
asked
happy
him.
about
No,
talking
bear
about
in
that.
mind,
I'll be
he
like,
volunteered
I would have made it
information
clear.
as
He
well.
could have, at any point, he could have just crashed out and said, listen,
No, but
I
he
already
left
said what I'm
and he
here.
crashed
Don't
outside
be
as
talking
well.
about, I don't want to
Yeah.
talk about any questions like
Nah,
that.
he
I would have
would've
said
I
it.
feel like he
You
would've
could have said it
crashed out
on the
before
pod.
He
You know what I'm
crashed
saying?
outside as
openly
well.
went
No, he
and
crashed
said-
outside. Go on,
He
sorry.
openly went and said, like, when they asked the question, he was like, I personally don't date black. He put it out there himself, which is going to open people to ask you questions.
Yeah, they're gonna trick.
But
Yeah,
I
it's
think-
It's
true,
not even
it's true.
triggered. They're going to ask you questions. If the question is to say, why don't you, if you decide to date within your race, is that self-hate? And he goes openly like, yeah, I've chosen not to date black women. You've opened the door for me to ask your question.
Yeah, of
It's
course.
not even
No, I
a
hear
question.
what she's
No,
saying,
but
though. I hear what she's
they're
saying.
trying to get to.
When she
No, but
got to
they
that
got
point,
to that point in it, and they wanted to ask why. They asked
why
why.
would I not ask
and
why?
Then he asked. No, he said it's because of past experiences in the past,
Yeah.
isn't it? And that's we can't blame a man if he's had past experiences, and you can't
But
tell a man.
no,
but
but
this
yeah,
is-
that's
that's
that-
Let me explain one more time. The issue isn't that. What he
I know
said
that's
is he
not the
doesn't
issue. I
date
know
black
that's not the
women.
issue.
But
then
the
you
issue
got-
is he dated a poor level of black women who failed him, and
Yeah.
there because he was dating poor women. That's
He-
it.
yeah, he
just
didn't-
trash women,
Also, just
and
to
they,
add
they
to
all
that-
happen to just be black, but they
Yeah.
were trash women. They
No,
could have
he-
been a trashy white woman. They could have been a trashy
It was a
this.
white woman as well. He said there was also white women that cheated on him, but he didn't say I don't date white women because they cheated on me as well.
Okay,
Anyone
then
can
fair.
cheat.
Then he's doomed.
No, do you know, but Joseph.
Sorry, I
do you
didn't
know
know
what
that.
the-
I
Yeah,
didn't know
you
that
have
bit.
to- you should
I
watch the
thought
whole
Do you know what the
thing.
problem
he
is?
said. I thought he said it's only the black women thing, but clearly
Yeah.
he was dating trash women of all kinds.
No, but it's not.
Exactly.
And now
it's
he's
not
like
only that, bro.
X-rated the black women, say no more blacks.
Yeah, which comes from a form of self-hate.
If you look at the panel, right, and who's there, it wouldn't have mattered if he said, oh, what you call it, I dated a white, whatever. They'll ignore all of that and bring it back to black because of who's on the panel.
No, I disagree with you, especially because you guys haven't watched it. No,
Yeah,
the
go on,
reason
go on,
why,
let-
because you guys haven't watched it, they was cool with him when he said the first part of
Yeah,
what
they
he
were-
said.
they were cool.
They were
They
cool
were.
and they kind of left it. The only thing they said was everything you're saying why you don't like black women. Does your new girlfriend do that now? And she's like, yeah, but she can do it. That's when they had the problem. Like everything you're saying you dislike is a woman thing. When you're saying, oh, women have attitude, they can get moody.
Yeah,
all
that's what
women
women
can get
do.
moody.
Women
But
can,
you're
yeah. Women.
putting it to black women. You're saying that's a black attitude.
Yeah, that's
but
the
your
problem.
Indian girlfriend don't have no
You see,
attitude.
that is wrong.
And
When-
you've also said white women cheated on you too, and black women cheated on you, and that's why you don't want to date them. So, but
If
why
a lot
is
of women are
white
cheating
women
on you,
in
you
there?
gotta look in the mirror and be like, bro, that's
Yeah,
that's
And that's what they said to
Yeah,
him as
She's
well.
making sense though. I'm not gonna argue if she's
Yeah.
making sense. Well done, Prynlee.
have to
You
know
landed properly.
in your own opinion.